Hey everybody, welcome back to Vegas Weekly for Saturday, November the 14th, 2020. First of all, let me apologize for the late arrival of today's program. No excuses, but I spent the better part of the last week working overnight, so my body's a little bit screwed up in here, so we'll do the best we can. Today's program is going to be a little bit like a Mitsubishi Mirage. It's running on 3 cylinders and a prayer, so there is a lot of Vegas news to talk about today. But hey, what about this beard thing? I haven't shaved for several weeks. I guess it's No Shave November, and though I don't really participate in activities, hey, let me know what you think. Do you want me to continue the gray beard look, or should I get on the wagon and clean this thing up? Let me know in the comments down below. So, hey, I appreciate everybody that watched part 4 of the Vegas 45 vlog, Rocktober. Kind of didn't turn out as bad as I thought, so glad that y'all checked it out. We'll probably try to put together the final segment. I think it'll be the final segment, unless I do some kind of wrap-up video on the trip sometime in the next couple of days, because I am off until Tuesday morning. So we'll see if we can get that together again. And then we'll try to get back to our regular Wednesday This Week in Vegas history segment. I've almost forgot about it because it's been so long since we did anything. There's so much Vegas content out there right now, so many vlogs and live streams from people that I like very much. So I really do appreciate you taking some time today to sit down and watch this show. The Vegas news in general this week has not been great, so let's start with something positive. Surprising, at least to me, Caesars Entertainment announced that the Rio will be reopening on December the 22nd. Good. It is a property that I have enjoyed over the years, stayed there several times, obviously in need of a little love and affection. Technically isn't even owned by Caesars anymore, but they are operating the property for a couple of more years. I suspect the opening has a good deal to do with the hope, at least, that New Year's Eve will be a big event in Las Vegas. They're planning on opening the hotel normally on a Thursday to Monday sort of setup. Same thing we've seen at Encore, Park MGM, Link, and Planet Hollywood, but the rest of the property will be open and available for your entertainment pleasure the rest of the week. They did say that they will keep the hotel open from the time that they open up on the 22nd into past New Year's Eve, so we'll see how that goes. Not such good news for a Las Vegas restaurant fixture. You may or may not have heard of the Pamplemousse. Been around since back in the 70s. One of those sort of classic old school kinds of restaurants, very sophisticated. Again, not that well known among a lot of people, but it definitely has its fans both among Vegas residents and Vegas visitors. And they will be closing their doors after over 40 years. The founder of the establishment passed away last year, and with all the issues with COVID-19 and everything, yeah, hey, if you're interested in buying a restaurant in Las Vegas, yeah, get in touch with these folks. So let's just move on to it. The elephant in the room is COVID-19, and things are not going well. Nationwide, we've seen an increase. All 50 states, I believe, reported an increase in cases yesterday. Nevada is no exception. They have, burst all the records. Obviously, a stress on the healthcare system, and, obviously very concerning. The governor himself tested positive yesterday. He went on record a couple of days ago suggesting that Nevada residents themselves at least stay home unless they absolutely need to go out. At the same time, he encouraged people to visit Las Vegas. So I guess that's good. He gave a 2-week window for trying to bring this transmission rate down and everything. And so there are a number of people, obviously, we all are, who are concerned that this could mean further shutdowns. I am thinking we will not see the casinos themselves get shut down. It's just too vital to the economy of Las Vegas. You're more likely to see restrictions on restaurants and bars and everything. But if you are planning to go to Vegas, I think you're going to be all right, at least in terms of being able to go in and gamble. But, we've seen some shows open up over the last several weeks, and bars and restaurants and everything. We could see further restrictions on that within the next 10 days or so. Hopefully not. Hopefully this thing can peak and start to decline. God, it's been a hell of a year, hasn't it? And so if you've been able to make it to Vegas at some point in the last 6 to 9 months, just be grateful you had that opportunity. I did. It's going to be interesting to see what the rest of the year and 2021 brings, and hopefully something better than we have seen going forward. But it's a killer. You know what's not a killer? Our friend PJ and his weekly cocktail. More than ever, we need a break and a drink. And he's always here. Well, not always. We give him a break once in a while. But PJ is always here to bring us a refreshing cocktail. Maybe it gives us a moment to just sit back, enjoy a drink, and not have to think about everything we've been dealing with this year. So, Paul, my friend, PJ, what do you have for us this week?
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cocktail of the Week with your host and not a professional bartender, PJ.
Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another episode of Cocktail of the Week. John, how you been doing? Look what's back. The robe. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the robe is back. So, how's everybody doing so far? How's that fall weather treating you? Good, very good. Well, we have another fantastic fall cocktail for you. Before I get started, I want to do a shout out to my friend Vino, 60-second cocktails, because I saw him do this drink. It's called the Apple Barrel. And we're going to go with his recipe, I think to a T, but if I'm wrong, I'm sure he'll let me know in the comments. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring it to you. I'm going to do a couple of things different, but mainly the ingredients will be the same. Rim in the glass. Now, if you all saw the last cocktail that I did, the the caramel apple whiskey was so good. I actually made a couple of those. I've had some since, but I haven't made this one yet, so first time today. And let's continue, shall we? Let's get a couple of ice cubes in the glass. Get that to start chilling. And one more in there. I'm going to set that aside for the moment. Grab my shaker. And get a few ice cubes in that. So is everybody ready for Thanksgiving? Just a couple of weeks away. 2 ounces of dark rum. 1 ounce of apple cider. The main ingredient in these fall cocktails. What do we got? 3/4 ounces of lime juice. And all the way from Maine, Arnold's Farm Sugar House. My friends Andy and Simone got me this while we were in Las Vegas. We're going to be doing 1/2 ounce of maple syrup, and I'm just going to guesstimate on that based on the bottle. And a little bit more. looks like about, that looks good. That looks good. These drinks I know have been awfully sweet, awfully sweet. Okay, also, a couple of, these are Angostura bitters. We're going to do a couple of dashes of that. This is the first time I've been using this. And ladies and gentlemen, let's start shaking. Nice and chilled. I gotta work these puppies. I want to get that maple syrup mixed up in the good. Alrighty. We'll be right back, and we're gonna pour those ingredients into our tall glass here, and then of course put it in this belly. We'll be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We had a little explosion while I was gone, but I don't know what caused that to explode. Maybe the apple cider, I haven't used it quick enough. I don't know. Here we go. Some good color. Some nice color. Alrighty, and let's garnish that with a piece of apple. Oh, it's not gonna make it. All right, we're gonna float. Damn it! I can never get this right. I never get this right. All right, let's do this. Hey John, you need some extra airtime? I'm giving it for you. All right. Again, it's just hard to garnish with an apple because they're so crisp. They're so crisp, so they easily break. They easily break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to the best part of the show, and that is tasting this apple barrel. Once again, 5 ingredients: dark rum, apple cider, lime juice, maple syrup from Maine, and some Angostura bitters. Cheers, everybody. John, cheers to you, sir. Another great episode. That's quite tasty. Quite tasty indeed. You can really taste the dark rum. A little overpowering over the apple cider, but I did use 2 ounces of dark rum and just 1 ounce of apple cider. I don't taste the maple syrup as much. You do taste a little bit of the lime juice, but I haven't had the maple syrup by itself, so that might have something to do with it. But it's not as sweet as some of the other apple cider drinks, and I think a lot of that has to do with the bitters, the lime juice, and the rum. But ladies and gentlemen, this is a very tasty and delicious drink. Not as good as that apple caramel whiskey was last episode, but it's damn good. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, as always, please show John the love, and let's get that young man to 10,000 subscribers. And how do we do that, you ask? By hitting that subscriber button. Leave a couple of thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Tell me how much you enjoy the shows. How much you enjoy having the robe back on. Who doesn't like the robe, right? And with that, ladies and gentlemen, please, as always, I ask you, please drink responsible. Do not drink and drive. Enjoy the holidays with family and friends. My best to all of you. Peace. Vino, thanks again, man. Great idea. Enjoy the cocktail. And Andy and Simone, thanks for the maple syrup. I'm going to have to try that on some pancakes. All right, John. Back to you. Thanks again for having me on. Oh yeah, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned. I do believe, right, we're going to have a special episode on the next one? Or the one after? Something like that. Keep watching, ladies and gentlemen. Cheers. I'm out of here. Oh, in peace. Now I'm out of here.
Hey, once again, PJ, thanks for that drink. That looks really kind of interesting to me. If I ever had all those ingredients together at one time, I might put that one together. I'm not as big on the sweet, fruity drinks. This one definitely sounds a little bit better. Hey, definitely check out PJ's other channel, PJ's Cocktails. I'm going to go ahead again and put a link to it in the show notes below. He does usually a couple of additional drinks every week. And yet he still finds time to contribute to this program. And I know a number of the people who come here and watch and comment and like the program are big fans of Paul's work. So thanks to him once again. Our biggest tip or trick of the week is sadly going to be COVID related. And I just think it's important for people considering traveling to Las Vegas right now to think about some of the possible consequences, and I'm not even talking about the potential to get sick, because you could get sick at your local Costco, okay? But a number of states, localities have put quarantine rules in effect, so make sure you realize if you're in one of those places that if you travel to Las Vegas and you come back, you'll be expected to quarantine for a couple of weeks, and even if your state or locality does not require it, your employer might, and you might also find yourself in a position where you're staying home for a couple of weeks and not getting paid. With things as volatile as they are right now, it pays to keep an eye on this on a daily basis. And even though it's not a fun tip or trick, and even though it's not something that we want to think about, hey, it's better to be prepared, realize what you're going to be dealing with in advance, then get back home and discover a sort of nasty outcome of the trip. So make sure, again, to keep your eyes on any sort of activity in your state or local government, and check with your employer before you visit Las Vegas, because there are going to be places that are going to expect you to come home and stay in your house for a couple of weeks. And that's not really any fun, even if you're pennies for Vegas. So that's our Vegas tip or trick for the week. Again, keep an eye out over the next couple of days for the last part of the Vegas 45 video. So until then, please have a great, lucky, and healthy week. We will see you soon. Take care.